to try and find somewhere to eat now, and then go back to the beach. There isn't really much going on at 8 o'clock in the morning, except for people exercising. It's just not us. So. What's that, Ross?
That's a win.
Yay. And we ordered way too much food, because all we do is eat. All of that food that we just had came out to be $8, or 8 cook, which is, I mean, the exchange rate's 1 to 1, so we basically just ate all that for $8. And as Ross pointed out, that's 2 coffees at Starbucks, so I think we're winning at life here. I just almost tripped down that step. That's cool. Okay, whoa, it's bright. So we've just decided to stop back at the place real quick to kind of start packing up, because we're gonna head back out to the beach, and then we do have to check out of here by 1 o'clock today. One thing we just learned that's actually really good, I just spoke to the driver that we had yesterday who agreed to take us here for 60 cook, and he gave me his phone number, so I just, in my most broken Spanish, gave him a call using our host's phone. And yeah, so he's coming back to pick us up for the same price, which is a really good price, because I spoke with our host and she said that basically, again, for us it was gonna be 80 cook just to get back. So now we've managed to get a ride for 60. So yeah, so there's a good tip for you. If you do have a good driver that gives you a fair price, make sure you get their contact phone number and name and stay in touch with them, because that just saved us like 20-30 cook. So there you go. And now it's time to pack up a little bit and then head back out to the beach. Why do I sound Canadian?
You always look weird. You always look weird. I didn't even do that. Are you filming me? Where's me?
No.
I wanted to do that.
You resisted the urge. I can't resist the urge. Okay, unfortunately, it is time to go now. We have to say goodbye to this beautiful, beautiful beach and this beautiful view. But on to bigger and better things, I guess. Let's head to Havana. So an hour after we were supposed to be picked up, as you can see, there is no taxi, and now it's here. Yes, most likely. I got it.
Adios.
Adios, muchas gracias. Oh. Okay, so we just had an incredibly interesting experience, because basically all I had from the, sorry, I just got distracted. There was a big palm leaf that just fell down and almost crushed some school kids. We were on the taxi, we're in the taxi on our way to Havana, and all I had was a street number and a telephone number, because I had never gotten an email back from the host to give me the exact address, and I also kind of left it to the last minute, so that wasn't exactly smart of me to email him and ask him the day before we left, I think. Never got a reply in time and had no house number. Our taxi driver tried to ring him several times. There was no answer, so he didn't know where to drop us off or anything like that. But ended up basically asking somebody if they knew this guy, if they knew his name, phone number, anything like that. Ended up going into a random person's apartment to use the internet to find our host and then get the actual address. So it was super nice of him to go through all that effort to cover up for basically a little bit of my winging it and the guy not sending the actual address. Everything worked out in the end, but just make sure lesson learned, if coming to a country with no internet, have all your address details prepped and ready to hand beforehand, phone numbers, make sure everything works. So, learned that the hard way, but now we're gonna go get some food. Yeah.
Pineapple, olives, and it's a Hamleg. Anyone know?
What's a Hamleg?
Yeah, it's like a Hamleg maneuver. If you joke about
Please. Okay, so we've just gotten back into our Airbnb and Ross is having a pizza and do snap. It's a really nice room in an old colonial, but the best part I think is the bathroom. So if you go in here, it's really nice. Now, get Ross's face on, like a creeper staring at me. One thing that I wanted to remember to say is that if I had to do the whole from Havana to Varadero beach over again, here's what I would do, here's what I've learned. So first day, I would go to the bus stop in Havana and then just do a collective taxi, like the group taxi for $25 out to Varadero. Then, if you're staying overnight, then I would recommend buying a bus ticket for the next day, because apparently, as we learned, you have to have a bus ticket back you have to buy it the day before you go back, basically. So I would do that, and that's about 10 kuk. So overall, the whole return journey would cost 35 kuk. I mean, we ended up doing the taxi option both ways, and I think that was the biggest hit to our budget on this trip so far. I didn't know that you had to buy the bus tickets a day in advance, otherwise I probably would have done that. So I learned that today, and if I had to do it all over again, I would do that. So that is my recommendation going forward. It's just not really my kind of scene, to be honest. It was very touristy. It was cool though, it had a great atmosphere to it. There was a lot of, there was live music, everybody was really getting into it, so that was really cool. But other than that, not really my style, I would say. Okay, so it's kind of late and I'm trying to be quiet because everything seems to echo in here. But basically, I just wanted to give kind of a recap of today. So it was our first day in Havana, and so far what I can see, I mean, it's a gorgeous city. It just kind of feels like, yeah, you're back in like the 1980s, you know? It's quite fantastic. The people are absolutely lovely. Everybody's so friendly and so helpful. I just didn't anticipate not having internet and how difficult it can be to find where you need to go or to find out anything really. Even walking around tonight, we had no idea where we were going. I mean, basically everything was off feeling and just following streets, and you know, it was kind of a guessing game because there's no Google Maps, so it's quite a different way of life to get used to. I am now just going to get some sleep because it has been a hectic 2 days, but so far from what I've seen of Havana, it looks amazing and I cannot wait to explore tomorrow.